Hi, I'm Cameron and welcome to my Padlet portfolio overview. My first Padlet is my name, our course in the section, and a picture of me. Padlet number 2 is a biography of me. The purpose of having this information is to know general facts about me. I enjoyed writing a biography for this course to help explain my major in schooling, what my hobbies and interests include, and my future plans for once I graduate. Padlet number 3 is a name tent. As a teacher, I could have students create a name tent to help me better learn their names and to also assist in students learning their peers' names. In this course, we use the name tents to help our professor learn our faces and names since we had to wear masks due to COVID-19. I enjoyed creating name tents for this course as it was something I had never done before and was a creative way for my professor to learn my peers and I. Padlet number 4 is our goals and objectives map. Using the concept map, I proposed a goal of being able to achieve a 4.0 GPA by the end of the fall semester. Using my established goal, I came up with 6 ways to achieve that goal through analysis, application, comprehension, evaluation, knowledge, and synthesis. I enjoyed creating a goals and objectives concept map for this course as it was an easy way to come up with ideas on how to achieve and accomplish my goal. Padlet number 5 is our Wakelet. Wakelet is a great tool for students to use for projects. In this course, I used Wakelet to gather together websites and resources to help me create my travel brochure in the Bahamas. As a teacher, I could use Wakelet to allow students to gather research and information for projects and assignments. I enjoyed using Wakelet for this course as it was very user-friendly, convenient, and a quick way to access all of my resources that I had saved in my Wakelet. Padlet number 6 is on my Symbaloo, Diigo, and Pinterest accounts. As a teacher, I could use bookmarking sites to help my students sort and gather information for assignments. I enjoyed using Symbaloo, Diigo, and Pinterest for this course because these bookmarking sites help me to sort valuable research and information for my assigned projects. Padlet number 7 is on our Canva travel brochure. Canva is a great resource to create presentations, brochures, marketing flyers, and many other things. Using Canva to create a travel brochure was very easy and simple. I was able to be creative in making my travel brochure, and I really liked that about Canva. As a teacher, I could have students use Canva to create presentations, brochures, and graphics very easily and in a fun and creative way, which students love when assignments are fun and they are able to express their creativity. I enjoyed using Canva for this course as it was fun, simple, easy, and allowed me to be way more creative than Microsoft or other websites, and I will definitely be using it when I become a teacher. Padlet number 8 is on my Canva presentation. I enjoyed using Canva for this course to create a slideshow presentation because it allowed me to be creative and design the slideshow how I wanted to in an easy way. Padlet number 9 is on my mobile app presentation, which was on Class Dojo. I enjoyed using Google Slides for this course to make a slideshow presentation because it was simple and easy to use. Padlet number 10 is on Blogger. For my Blogger, I created my blog on ways to incorporate technology into a classroom when teaching elementary age students. There are RSS feeds on my Blogger, which are web feeds that allow users to view a summary of updates from the website. For my RSS feeds, I chose to include We Are Teachers and Free Technology for Teachers. As a teacher, I would use Blogger in the future to reflect and write about my experiences as an elementary teacher, along with tips, tricks, and advice for other teachers. I enjoyed using Blogger for this course because it was simple and easy to use, and it is very user-friendly for its viewers. Padlet number 11 was my movie that we made with our partners. Padlet number 12 is on our Google site. Google Sites is a great resource to use when trying to create a website. It allows you to create multiple pages on the site along with subpages. On my site, I have the following pages: a home page, a biography page, a goals, objectives, and curations page, a Canva page, a mobile app slideshow page, a movie project page, and a final project page. In addition to those pages on my Google site, I have the following subpages: a Screencast subpage, a concept map of goals and objectives subpage, a Symbaloo, Diigo, Pinterest, and Wakelet subpage, a Canva brochure subpage, a Canva slideshow presentation subpage, a green screen movie subpage, a Padlet portfolio subpage, and a final Screencast subpage. Using the pages and subpages features on Google Slides on Google Sites allows you to divide up and organize your content. I enjoyed using Google Sites in this course because it was so easy, user-friendly, and fun to create my own website. And being a future teacher, I would definitely use Google Sites to build my own website. Padlet number 13 is what did I think of Padlet and how did I like using it for a portfolio? Using Padlet for one of my final assignments in this course is very helpful. I liked Padlet in the sense that it allows me to display all of my assignments and projects, whether they be documents, presentations, pictures, videos, or websites. One thing I did not like about Padlet, though, was that moving the squares into a specific order was rather difficult to say the least. In regard to using Padlet as a portfolio, I think it works very well. It makes it very easy to view all of my assignments and projects from this past semester. Overall, I really liked Padlet and will definitely be using it as a teacher for my future students to use. Padlet number 14 is a video of my screencast. And Padlet number 15 is my final thoughts on Padlet in this semester. My final thoughts for this course are nothing but positives. Throughout the semester, I have enjoyed learning about technology and different ways to incorporate technology into education from a teacher's perspective and standpoint. As I continue to finish my undergraduate this next spring semester, I plan to graduate in May of 2022 with my bachelor's and then again in May of 2023 with my master's. Following my graduations, I plan to become a teacher to teach young children so many amazing ideas and concepts. As a student, I have loved having you, Miss Debbie, as one of my professors and seeing your smiley face and funny personality on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I will definitely miss you. I will be sure to keep in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye!